Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to Mike Reviews It All. I'm going to get right into this. I just read a story today in Miami. Of course, Hurricane Irma, intimate, this being the last safe day that people can be out there really considered safe. Police have been scouring the streets for the homeless, and basically they've enacted what's called the Baker Act, saying that if you believe someone is a danger to themselves or others, you can take them under observation for 72 hours to give them a mental evaluation. And by forcing them to do this, if they don't go into homeless shelters involuntarily, the hope is to get them out of the eye of the storm. This being backed by psychiatrists in the Miami area. I would not want this job. This has got to be a really scary point when you have schizophrenic people out there, you have people with mental illnesses that really haven't dealt with society in a way that we deal with it every day for a very long time, some of them. And then you add in alcohol, heroin, meth, whatever drugs that they may be on, whatever paranoia they may be on. They have paranoia against the government. They probably don't really have a full grasp on what's going on with the hurricane. A lot of them, conspiracy theorists, whatever you want to call them, are not going to believe the government, so they feel like they're being kidnapped, which in a way essentially they are. I'm not going to say that this is not a good thing, because this is for their protection. Should they be allowed to do it or not? I'm split. I would have to know more. I guess I don't have enough information. I'm not blaming either side, and I can see the argument on either side. If you guys want to let me know down in the comments below what you think of it, please give me a like, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you like the subjects that I cover. But can you imagine going out on the street and you're dealing with a schizophrenic homeless guy that, just went nuts on his job 10 years ago? I mean, this is Michael Douglas falling down, whatever it is. Imagine worst case scenario. This guy, he has this whole alternate universe going on in his brain. Some of these people, they have an alternate life going on in their brain, and they may believe that the world's coming to an end. They may believe that they're being kidnapped, to be experimented on, that the Antichrist is coming to grab them and take them away. This has got to be really scary for some of these people that deal with dementia, schizophrenia, bipolarism, extreme bipolarism, and unmedicated, and then self-medicated with heroin, meth. Like I said, usually most of the cheap drugs, which are watered down. Basically, a lot of them are probably, snorting large amounts of Drano and Ajax and all kinds of other unhealthy things that's killing brain cells. A lot of them are weaponized because they're homeless on the streets and they're scared and they don't know what to do and they don't want to be attacked. They're sleeping in the open, so you can't blame them for weaponizing themselves so they can protect themselves. But what a horrible job as officers and psychiatrists to have to do to approach these people and be kind of thrown into this alternate reality that these people are living. It's got to be really scary. I'd be really worried about getting scratched or bit or stabbed by a needle. Those are, the worst things that I can think of. Most homeless people probably not going to have a gun. A lot of them carry shanks, which a lot of times are rusty, and obviously a shank can do a lot of damage. I mean, you can bleed out from being shanked pretty quickly, because that's a cheap weapon to make and very, very effective. You don't have to have a lot of skill to be able to use it. And if they feel like they're being held against their will when their life is in jeopardy, who knows what they're likely to do when being held against their will. So thoughts out to the officers that have to deal with this, and the psychiatrists and different things, and the homeless people on the street. Definitely prayers and thoughts out to everybody in the wake of Hurricane Irma and all the natural disasters going on right now. It's really insane. I urge people to find a good charity that you believe in. Local food banks, I think, are the most effective. You have a way to, to donate to a local food bank, whether it be in Texas or in Florida. One of the places where that they're getting the food out right away. Salvation Army is another good place to donate, in my mind. Most of the money they've shown goes to the causes. Red Cross, I've heard some mixed things. I don't want to accuse them of a lot of things, but like the hurricane, or not hurricane, but the disaster in Haiti, I heard that a lot of that money did not go to what it was intended. It was gone to reevaluate their infrastructure, rebuild their infrastructure, which maybe isn't a bad thing, but it wasn't what a lot of people intended on donating for. So, but any of these places, I think it's a good thing. And if you're in this area, don't forget, in Florida, Texas, around these places with the hurricane, anywhere you can, always donate blood, because there's always a lot of people that are going to need blood. Whenever there's injuries, there's always a lot of blood loss, and the blood banks are overwhelmed with requests for blood. So blood donations, plasma donations for burn victims and other kind of victims like that. So please, get out and do what you can. Stay safe. Don't go into the eye of the hurricane. If you're in that area in Florida, anywhere near Hurricane Irma, please heed the warnings. Everything I see, this is a very serious hurricane, maybe one of the worst ones to ever hit the Florida area. Don't play around with this. Get out of the area. You have nothing to gain. You have nothing to prove by staying there. I just hope and pray that people will leave, and that there's no casualties, or very few casualties from this. There's obviously going to be a huge monetary damage, but those things are replaceable. Those things we can rebuild. The government's already put away a large sum of money. Luckily, bipartisan efforts have put away billions of dollars to help with the relief from these disasters. So take that relief, take that shelter, but get the heck out of the way of the hurricane. Don't stay in your home. There's nothing to gain here. We can rebuild your house, but we can't bring you back to life, obviously, and it's not worth risking your life. So please get out of there if you're in that area. If you know anybody that's in that area, family or friends, please urge them to leave the area. And that's about all I have to say. I just hope that some good is able to come from my message, that somebody will see this and donate to one of those great charities. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mike Reviews It All. Feel free to give your comments, your thoughts down below. Please give me a like and subscribe. And everyone have a great week, especially those that are in this disaster area. And you'll be in our thoughts and prayers this week. Take care.